Welcome to Biz Coach and Coffee, where our guests are experts, entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants that share tips, strategies, and tactics to help small business entrepreneurs grow their business for long-term success. Please welcome your host, Biz Coach Steve Feld. Hello and welcome to Biz Coach and Coffee. Today we have a special guest with us, Karen Hewitt. I've known Karen for quite some time, and you're in for a special treat today. Now, Karen is a certified life and NLP coach, as well as successful, multifaceted entrepreneur. Perfect. She shares her story and her gifts in an empathetic and authentic way to help others. So be prepared for authentic and empathetic. She discovers real life gifts where introverts have the most power. Now, Karen, she teaches her clients how to be powerful, creative, and successful that you can be as an introvert. And as a woman and a busy mom, trying to juggle it all. Karen's story takes her from almost losing her life to a man she thought that would help her to gain strength, leaving her with agoraphobia, PTSD, and anxiety, where she became completely locked in her introverted world and then, becoming a true powerhouse now and helping others stand true in their gifts and strengths. So as an empathetic and compassionate speaker, she really connects with the introverted individuals that know that there is something more than what they are doing, but they just don't know how they can impact or express themselves because they're feeling shy, introverted, and even unworthy. And now Karen has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and small business owners go from crickets on their social media to having a thriving, engaged fan base. And today, we're going to learn 3 critical mistakes most small business owners make and how you can turn it around to help others see your value and how your products and services can work in their benefit. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Excellent. So happy to have you with us. I know we've been trying to get you on here, but you are so busy. It is fantastic.
Oh, I always have time for you and your clients. I see how much value you provide, and what I can give to that is an honor to be here.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I mean, the first thing is I got to always ask all my guests, it's why did you start your business?
Because I was completely shut in and I needed to make money. Just let's be honest, let's be real. We all start businesses to make money. And the idea of me walking out of my house and walking into an office or a retail store or a call center to work practically just killed me on the spot. And if you're not in business to make money, then why are you in business? That has to be a foundational point of what you're doing. And for some reason, we make everyone feel guilty for saying that. And that's just ridiculous. I mean, would you go to someone like, I don't know, Jeff Bezos and say, hey, sir, do you want to not make money anymore? You'd laugh them out of the room. But as a small business owner, especially those listening to this podcast, don't ever be ashamed that you're doing this to put food on the table, to pay your bills, to create your legacy.
Absolutely. We see so many small business owners, entrepreneurs, and they have that special gift or that product or that knowledge to give. And then they have these money hangups. I'm sure you see that all the time, especially with introverts, right?
Oh, yeah. An introvert, what they'll do is they'll go, well, this helps me, but it's just me and no one else is really like me. So how can it help them? Because for some reason, as introverts, we're trapped in that singular world. Now, can I break a secret to your listeners?
Absolutely.
Steve is a bit of an introvert too. So introverts tend to feel like no one else is like them. But once you get to know people and develop those relationships, even though it might be a little slow at first, you're going to find there's more people like you and more people that are in need of your service or product. Especially if you can take someone who is as outgoing and as well presented and professional as Stephen got, hang on, he's an introvert? What? Huh?
Yeah, I am.
Sorry, I blew your cover.
Everyone thought I was this extrovert, but really I am a true introvert. Okay, so you come across, you work with introverted small business owners, entrepreneurs. I mean, what do you see is their, besides being in that shell, what are some of their other problems?
Well, let's get straight to the point, because introverts, we don't like small talk. We don't want to do the, hey, how are you? What's the weather like? Is it sunshiny or rainy? We want to get to business. So let's get to business now. I came on here to give 3 critical mistakes that most small businesses and most entrepreneurs are making. And even though a majority of these apply to introverts, even extroverts do them. Mm-hmm. Now, the first one is a very introverted problem, and it is a very painful and challenging thing to get through. And that is that we don't post engagement. What do I mean by that? What is that we don't post engagement? We get so caught up on, this is my business profile and this is where I'm marketing my products, that every post is sell, sell, problem solve, sell, 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 problem solve, sell, sell, sell. You know what that does to the average consumer? Shuts off. Not interested, don't care. They'd rather go on one of those 27 ways that you can use a toaster oven articles than read about your products yet again, because they feel like they've seen it, heard it, and got the t-shirt. So engagement posts are super important. You should be doing at least 1 engagement post a day. Now, I'm speaking to my introverts here. It is not that difficult. Go on, I like sometimes go on Pinterest and I search this or that. And it gives me a whole list of questions that I can do in this or that question form. And you can do it to do with your business. Let's say you own a bakery. Just, I'm coming up with a random thing because why not? This or that, cookies or cupcakes. You're a small business entrepreneur that works with businesses. Which do you hate more, doing the budget or your social media plan? You know, if you have an author, romance or horror books. Let's say you are an in-home daycare, because we're talking all businesses here. Organic, do you feed your kids organic? As long as I'm feeding them. You can do so many this or that. Now, what I do is I go onto something like Pinterest and I pull 10 questions, and then I run over to Canva. If you do not have a canva.com account, even the free one is worth it. Personally, I'm always going to tell people, go pro. It is so worth the extras. And create those 10 posts in your branding colors and schedule them out for the week. Guess what? You've just done a week's worth of engagement. It's taking you 10 minutes. You can forget it and leave it and just respond to it. But because you're not creating any engagement, you're not getting raving fans. What is a raving fan? Someone that will come and check out your posts no matter what. Now, I've seen how you do it, Steve. You don't do this or that questions. You talk about coffee. Now, because you talk about coffee, what is the one thing that always happens for you?
People send me so many coffee memes, or they send me pounds of coffee to try out. Mm-hmm. It's been, if God forbid, if I forget a coffee post, then all of a sudden my phone, everything starts blowing up. Like, are you okay? Are you sick?
That's an engagement post. Yeah. And it's not this or that was something I just gave as a very simple way to move yourself into it. You can do daily funnies. You can do daily motivation. You can do this or that has an added benefit because it is a lead source generation. And sometimes when we have lead source generation, it helps us a little bit more. Like I said, bakery, cupcakes or cookie. Ooh, I'm finding everyone wants cupcakes. Maybe I need to do a new flavor of cupcake. People are struggling with their budget on small business, and I help small businesses get the most out of their business. I think I need to do a training session on managing your budget. See how that now turns into content and it turns into generation. So there's my first. How many businesses do you see struggle with that, Steve, out of curiosity?
I mean, it can work for any business. It really could. It's not, we're not building bombs here. This is easy to do.
Yeah, but how many businesses do you personally see miss the mark when it comes to
Oh,
this?
geez. All the time.
And it's a simple step that can actually help you progress.
Yep.
Now, my second one's a little bit more complicated, but it's still simple. All right, so the second thing, Steve, is having a multi-based social media platform. I don't know, about 3 or 4 months ago, Facebook went down for 7 or 8 hours.
Yep.
How concerning was that?
Oh, the world ended for many, many people.
But the problem was the world ended for many businesses because that's the only place they have their social media outreach. You want to know what I did? I went over to TikTok for those 7 hours and created leads there. Others went over to Instagram. Some went to Twitter. Some went to YouTube. Instagram was having problems because of its relationship to Facebook. But if you're not on at least 4 to 5 platforms, what are you doing? And let's talk about what those 4 to 5 platforms should be real quick. They should be something that's specific to your business. If your business is aimed like alphas and Gen Zs, and you're not on TikTok, you're not in business. If your business is aimed to 35 to 55 females and you're not on Pinterest, what are you doing? If you're aiming yourself at males between the ages of 30 and 60 and you're not on YouTube, this is what you got to do. You have to go to where your business is, but you have to go to multiple platforms. And then the next question I get is, but what about all that content? Oh my gosh, the content. How can I do so much content? I see you laughing there, Steve. Why are you laughing?
It's the same content.
Exactly. We can do the same content on all the platforms. We're just having a multi-platform back. Now, you could get really, really smart on this, though. For example, let's say you do a training video. And I'm going to use your business for an example, Steve, because why not? Let's do a little in the life of Steve. You teach business owners how to have the most success, how to increase their revenue, diminish their profit loss, and to grow.
Yep.
Let's say you did a YouTube training on 2 tips on how to increase your income flow. And that YouTube training was 45 minutes long, in depth, thoroughly advantageous. And the idea was everyone could reach out to you to get a one-on-one. I know you do free one-on-one consultations to show them how they can save. I think your average is what, $10,000 in that first call?
Yeah, a lot of times it's 10,000 over 100,000, depending on the size of the business.
So are you going to want to put that 45-minute video on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter? No. I want you to edit 2 to 3 minute clips. And now that 45-minute video can automatically become 20 pieces of content, taking 5 pieces and 5. Oh my gosh, I said that. Oh my gosh, I need to make that a motivational post. And that's how you share it across all your platforms, driving everyone back to that initial full training. Mm-hmm. So if you are not on more than one social media, you are hurting yourself. And that is the first thing I do with my clients is I look at how many social medias they're on, what they're missing the boat on, and go to extra bonus tip on this. Be the same on all social medias. Mm-hmm. I want your name to be the same. I want your bio to be similar as far as, some have more characters, some have less, but it has to have that same vibe and same feel. Your links need to be the same. Your branding needs to be the same, because I want to be able to go from your Facebook to your TikTok to your Twitter and go, that's Steve. Mm-hmm. Not go, hang on. Well, it's a coffee mug. Could that be? But it's not Steve. I don't know. Oh gosh, they're talking about tea. I don't know. Is it Steve? And I do know you happen to drink tea too. So, so that's my second tip.
And the third tip.
Oh, you really want me to give this one, don't you? My third tip is to do with content. We spend so much time selling. Literally, I see it every day. I look at posts, it's like, sell, 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 sell. We're missing out on different styles of content to help our ideal customer and client come to us. And the biggest one we're missing out on is education. Mm-hmm. You have to educate your perfect client on 1, why they need your product or service. 2, how they would use your product or service. 3, why would it make their life better with said product or service? 4, how easy is it to bring that product or service into their life? You have to educate them. And this isn't all about, guys, so I'm selling this and I'm going to show you how easy it is to set. No, it's quick videos on, oh my gosh, I have this collapsible stool and I'm going to show you how I set it up in the middle of the pouring rain because I didn't want to sit outside the store any longer. It's all different types of things. And you know me, you know one of my favorite places to get content ideas, Steve, don't you? Yeah. And I think it is one of the most underused resources available on the web, and that is answerthepublic.com. You put your keyword in there and it will tell you the questions your clients are looking to get answered. Now, if you have a specific named product, I wouldn't use that as your keyword because that's too specific. So I wouldn't put Biz Coach Steve into Answer the Public. Because all you're going to get is who is Biz Coach, where is Biz Coach, how is Biz Coach, why is Biz, too specific. Yep. But you could put something like small business profits. All these questions will come up all about small business profits. And these are things that your ideal client are posting into Google, DuckDuckGo, Bing, all these other search engines. Mm-hmm. And Answer the Public is just taking them all and smushing them into a really easy downloadable CSV for you. I just gave you like 300 pieces of content ideas in less than a minute. And literally it will take you less than 5 minutes to have over 300 ideas of educational content. The other bonus to this is, especially if you have a product, if you start creating all these educational videos, how many people get customer service emails that make them go, it's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe you just asked me how to sit on a chair. And you laugh now, but I've been in product services before, and some of the questions you get, you look at them and go, I don't want to be a smartass. And I don't want to tell them they're an idiot. How do I solve this? By creating those educational content, it's so much easier to go, thank you for your question. Here's a video that we created 6 months ago that will answer that for you. Mm-hmm. And then you're actually putting them back into your social media profile and letting them see any other products and services that you have. You're re-engaging them and creating a raving fan base. You do that by serving their needs, answering their questions, making it fun, making it flexible, and stop being all about selling the product. I know we want to make money, but the sales come from when they trust you. And 99% of small businesses and small entrepreneurs are forgetting to build the trust factor.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. And a lot of these things, it sounds easy, folks. I'm telling you. What it does, she's also developing a plan. There's a plan behind it. You just don't, okay, I'm going to wake up one day and just start posting stuff. You should have a plan to it towards your goal. What is the goal of your business? What are you trying to accomplish? Why are you on that platform? I know certain platforms I'm on. Why? I know where my target market is. And I know where they're not. So I'm not on those. I'm on the ones that they're at. This is where you really need to be specific on who you're serving, what problems do they have, and how are you solving them.
And you know what, Steve? That's what I do. I take that hassle away from my clients. We have a consultation. I figure out who it is. I go and audit all their social media, and I give them a detailed plan on how to turn it around that is specific to their audience, their niche, their needs, and their product or service. And all they have to do is follow steps 1, 2, 3. I mean, how easy is that?
I think it's great. And as you know, I'm a giver. I like giving stuff. I do workshops, all these kind of things you're mentioning, but I always want my guests also, what can you give our audience to really help them grow their business?
Oh, Steve, I pulled out all the stops for you because I know your audience and I know how much you give. Oh my gosh, you give so much. One, I'm taking away the cost of my consultation for the social media.
Wow.
It will be free. My initial consultation will be absolutely a big fat zero.
That's a huge one.
So you'll get a 30-minute consult absolutely free of charge. That does include the research time that I put into looking at all your social medias beforehand. So on the phone, it's about 15, 20 minutes. Then, not only that, you will be leaving with a couple of ideas. For a free consult in 20 minutes, you're not going to have a full social media plan. You're just not. But you will have some ideas. Oh, okay, I can do one better for you, Steve.
I was going to say, this is pretty good. You're stalking them on social media, checking them out, then getting on a call with them, asking more questions, and then giving them a plan. And you're saying you're going to even top that?
Yeah. Oh, I cannot believe I'm doing this, but it's just for you and your listeners, honestly. Normally, I only give discounts to my social media consultations when it's purchased for a year or longer. I'm actually going to do a 3-month, get one free. So you get an entire month of my service for free with the 3-month plan. That is saving you a nice amount of money. But it's not only that, I'm taking you beyond a quarter of turning your base around. And not only will we increase your engagement, we will help hone your message. We will help your copyright. I can connect you with excellent copywriters if you need very specific passages written, and we'll make it all work seamlessly. Yeah. All through consultation, ideas, brainstorming, and even training your media teams on those calls.
That's a fantastic offer. Folks, we're going to have the links in the show notes, so you don't have to write anything down here if you're listening to us in the car or on your phone. We're going to have all that there, so please take advantage of Karen's most generous offer, because I know the results she gets for people. I've seen it. I know people that have gotten these results, and it's amazing at the transformation in your business. And it's not that salesy, picking up the phone, making those cold calls, that kind of stuff. This is utilizing social media platforms to your benefit in a very simple, non-slimy sales way.
Completely authentic, which really works for introverts because we hate being fake.
Yes. Let's get to the point, people.
Yes.
Well, great. Any last minute tips here before we get out?
Oh my gosh. You know what? It wouldn't be a talk with Karen if I didn't just throw one more golden nugget at you, would it? Would not. So one of the biggest areas that we can develop ourselves in on our social media is the power of storytelling. And I'm not talking about the story of your service. I'm not talking about the story of your product. We do that because we do copyright all the time. It's like, look at this book, it will change your life. When you're a small business and entrepreneur, one of the most powerful impacts in your business is you. Do your clients know who you are? Do they know your story? Do they know why you started and what you wanted to offer? This is how you build loyalty. Because if you look at some of the biggest names out there in business, yes, we know what they did. We know the name of the business. But how many of you go, oh, well, Sean Aker did the happiness project because he pushed his sister out of her bed and broke her arm and convinced her she was a unicorn. That makes you more connected to him. Is it Jessica Alba with her honest diaper line? Mm-hmm. Because she wanted better for her kids. It's not, oh, great, it's another celebrity. And it's the story. If you can't get your story out there, people will not connect with you. So everyone who's listening on this today, I've got a challenge for you. I want you to go live on one of your social media and tell everyone 3 things about you that have nothing to do with your business. Nothing. I want them to know about you, because that will drive loyalty and that will drive thriving fans.
Pretty simple to do. Pick up your phone and go live. It's that easy.
So when are
Karen,
you going live, Steve?
I actually had someone not that long ago force me to go live, which I don't like doing. And I did. And I actually told my story live on Facebook and then posted it everywhere. I took it, also put it on LinkedIn as well. Those are my primary platforms. And you know what, folks? It took a whopping 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. Took so much time, and it's real, raw, genuine, no editing, just go and have some fun.
And what was the impact?
I got so many more comments on LinkedIn than I did on Facebook or even Twitter out of all the platforms, which was very shocking to me.
But your engagement went up.
Yes, it did.
Simple thing that works.
It worked. So get on your Facebook Lives today. Share your story. We'd love to hear about it. Karen, I just want to say thank you very much for being with us. And to everyone out there, this is Biz Coach Steve Feld wishing you and your business much success.
This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your expert book completed in 30 days. If you don't have an expert lead magnet book about you and how you serve your market, then visit www.spotlight-books.com. Link is also in the show notes. Put a spotlight on your expertise. We hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you'd like to discuss how you can apply these strategies in your business, let us know. This episode is sponsored by Spotlight Books. Get your own expert book written about you in 30 days. Set yourself apart from the competition. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to give us your comments. We look forward to hearing from you on Biz Coach and Coffee.